10 wild Prince Harry moments showing his real character. Number 10, cutting family ties. When they announced their departure, Meghan and Harry surprised the royal family. The bomb that Harry and Meghan dropped early in the new year, a few years ago, reportedly caught everyone, including the late Queen, off guard. Number 9, twisting the truth. The couple claims to have given up a lot to start a new life, but did they? Most things they've been doing involve the fact that they haven't given up some aspects of the life they were once living. For one, the title of Harry and Meg's foundation caused some royal drama because they were told they were no longer allowed to use royal Sussexes. They eventually came to an agreement that the title would be revised after the spring of 2020. Other ways it just doesn't seem that the couple has let go completely is by the fact that they're profiting off the grief they experienced from the royals and sharing it with people in different forms like the series, interviews, and even the new memoir Harry dropped, Spare, which focuses greatly on how he dealt with all the royal drama and his experience in many incidences throughout his life. And speaking of, on to number 8, the memoir. This controversial memoir that was released earlier this year has made quite a few people question Harry's intention. Highly sensitive info about family members is included, which obviously had not been discussed with the family members before, such as William being circumcised or Camilla being a villain. Just sounds like something Harry wanted to just say to alter the way people looked at them. The memoir seemed like a stab in the back of his family, and it most definitely is not a good look for him. Number 7, frosty family complaints. It was a known fact that many did sympathize with the Sussexes' complaints about their cold reception in Britain and a few royal protocols that did not sit well with them, but some accusations against the palace and the press feel wild and over the top, which was not doing them any favors in the opinion polls. According to sources, the Sussexes are now the most unpopular public figures in Britain. I know. Shocking, right? The only royal who is more disliked than both is Prince Andrew. Fox News columnist Lee Cohen suggested Meghan and Harry are on track to be more hated than the Duke of Windsor and Wallis Simpson. Cohen said, like the Windsors before them, the Sussexes have fallen out of favor in Britain for their indecorous behavior. But while the Duke of Windsor let his people down by being irresponsible, him and his wife did not seek the spotlight in any meaningful way. Nor did they exist as the Sussexes seemed to, hell-bent to destroy the monarchy. Harry didn't seem to have any problems throwing his brother, father, and even the late grandmother, the recently departed Queen, under a big red double-decker London bus. But can you blame him? Can you? Number 6, stripped of titles. Harry was stripped of his military titles, spending a lot of his life serving in the military to losing the title passed on to him from his grandfather, Prince Philip. Another role he no longer served is as Commodore-in-Chief for small ships and diving in the Royal Navy. So now their reputation is damaged. They don't have the support of a lot of people in the UK, and after their docuseries, Americans also feel a way about this couple. So really, it does sound like they keep digging themselves in a deeper hole. Number 5, megxit. The couple negotiated their exit as senior working members of the royal family, and it was an unprecedented move that sent shockwaves through Britain. The late Queen admitted that the family would have preferred them to remain full-time working members of the royal family, but still respect and understand their wish to live a more independent life as a family. The move was dubbed megxit, the use of Meghan's name rather than a collective term for the two of them, which was interpreted by some as Meghan being the instigator despite it being highly publicized that it was a mutual decision. Harry even explained how the term megxit is a misogynistic term that was created by a troll amplified by royal correspondence and grew into mainstream media. Some may take it as a joke, but obviously Harry does not play about his wifey. On to number 4, profiting off the family. Even though they aren't going to be making money as working members of the royal family, the couple has found other ways to collect their checks, along with their highly controversial Netflix docuseries and the memoir Harry released. I have a feeling the couple may have found their sweet spot. And yeah, you guessed it. It usually involves exposing never heard before tea on the very private, might I add, royal family. Their production company, Archwell Productions, signed the $100 million deal to make the Netflix series, as well as a $25 million deal with Spotify, where Meghan hosts a podcast and discusses real-life issues with celebrities, which was recently canceled. On to number 3, the Oprah interview. Even though they were not paid for the Oprah interview, it cost the royal family their reputation. Meghan and Harry chose to expose the royals in this CBS special where allegations of racism were brought up, unfair treatment towards Meghan, and even how they were cut off financially by the royals after stepping back from the royal responsibilities. As juicy as the memoir is, Harry doesn't seem to hold back his distaste for the relation the royals have with the British media. Harry even insinuated that the relationship the royals have with the press has dictated a lot of kinds of attention and headlines they've had, calling them an extended arm of PR for over 30 years. We already knew how much Harry disliked the paparazzi, especially after his mother's tragic fatal crash, so are we surprised that he decided to go in on the British media and their invasive tactics? But to be fair, I can't blame him for being annoyed with them. I can only imagine how tiring it is to have to be careful of how you live to avoid making headlines as often as they already do. Number 2, exposing the royals. Harry was pretty close to his mom, the late Princess Diana, and even dedicated the memoir to her. Within the book, he talks about when he went back to the tunnel where the fatal car crash happened and admitted it wasn't the closure he was hoping for. Harry is quoted as saying he rode past the Ritz where his mother had dinner that night and then through the tunnel along the Seine River at the Pont de l'Alma Bridge where the car carrying Diana crashed in August '97. He was 23 at the time of recreating the route. He asked his driver to go at 65 miles per hour, which was the exact speed her car had supposedly been driving, according to the police at the time of the crash. I'd always imagined the tunnel as some treacherous passageway, inherently dangerous, but it was just a short, simple, no-frills tunnel, Harry says, before adding that there was no reason anyone should ever have to pass away inside of it. Is Harry insinuating something? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Harry also writes that he asked his driver to go through the tunnel a second time. It is always sad to lose someone close to, and the age he lost her at, plus the lack of support he had from the family, was definitely very difficult for his grieving process. The memoir shares his attempt to contact Diana through a woman who claims to have powers. Harry says the woman did give him a message from Diana where she assures him that he is living the life she couldn't and the life she wanted for him. Harry getting real in the book is interesting to see, especially since the royals are known to keep the skeletons in the closet. Just like his mom, he doesn't seem to care about hiding certain things other members would. And finally, number 1, unforgivable lies. Some people believe Prince Harry and Meghan should be stripped of their titles for telling unforgivable lies despite aspects of his own book being called into question. Tom Bower, author of Revenge, told Good Morning Britain he believed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's television interview with Oprah were hugely damaging to the royal family. Bower's comments were part of a debate on the show about whether the couple should be stripped of their titles over the publication of Harry's memoir, Spare. The couple had also been accused of hypocrisy. Their actions have been pretty problematic in the past couple of years, but what do you guys think? Are they hypocrites? Let me know in the comments. Not the accent. When his bombshell TV and podcast interviews dropped, creating a lot of controversy, Harry had to return to the UK to reunite with his family, which he only did twice. The first reunion took place in April when the Duke of Sussex flew to London to attend Prince Philip's funeral. His second trip home was when he participated in the unveiling of the statue in honor of his late mother, Princess Diana. Both times there was a lot of tension between Harry and the royal family. Many were obviously upset and angry over the fact that Harry and Meg were publicly dissing the monarchy over the past year. Although the Duke is said to have met privately with his brother William, his father Charles, and late grandmother the Queen during these trips, Harry himself has never spoken out about what it was like to reunite with the royals following the furious controversy that arose from his numerous interviews. I want to say it most probably wasn't the most friendly encounter. Clearly tension was high in the palace, but what do you guys think? Let me know. That is all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more juicy royal updates and news on your favorite celebrities. And as always, I'll catch you next time on The Rich Life.